What's up guys, Carly Holmes here, and in today's video I want to share with you guys my experience of working on Shark Racing number 1T the past few weekends with the World of Outlaws. Let's take a walk.
So Carly, how did all this come about?
Well, it all started up in Skagit Speedway up in Washington. The Shark Racing team, they were down a crew member, and they called Tanner asking if he knew anyone. And me being his younger sister, you know, working on the family car a lot, I was already planning on going up there to run the 360 Elma show up there. So I was the lucky person that got to, you know, help out on the 1T and also experience being a crew member on a World of Outlaw team for the West Coast Swing.
So as we start working our way towards the backyard track, what role were you filling on the team?
I was filling the role of being a tire member on the race team. It's super similar to what I was doing on our family car, dismounting and mounting up tires all night, rolling them out, checking stagger, changing the spacing. I also got to manage the bleeder system, you know, changing air pressure and that, delay, just kind of doing everything a tire person on a World of Outlaw team would do for the weekend.
Now, how would you say it was working with these guys compared to our family team, just in the sense of they've been on the road for 10 years and I've done it for so long?
Yeah, they definitely know what they're doing, and being a family team who's only done it for, you know, just a quarter of what they've been doing it for. Our family team is still learning a lot and trying to get, you know, organized with what we need when we go to the racetrack, where in that race trailer they have everything they need for when they're on the road for multiple months. And also they have their routine from 8 a.m. in the morning, getting up, doing maintenance,
getting coffee, getting whatever.
Yeah, getting coffee, getting a little breakfast, but like I said, from 8 a.m. till probably, I would say, at least 11 at night, even, you know, midnight some nights. Constant work. Before we get to the backyard track, I want to talk to you guys about the sponsor of today's video, Champion Racing Oil. We use the Champion brand throughout mine and Tanner's racing program with the oils and lubricants and their sprint wax, making sure the car stays clean. This brand is definitely a game changer whether we're in the shop working or at the racetrack. I'll put the Champion link at the top of the description so you guys can go ahead and look at all the products they have to offer.
So we made it to the backyard track, which, well, is in pristine condition.
It's almost wintertime. It's dead. It'll come alive for summer.
Okay, so Carly, what would you say the most challenging part of being a crew guy you would think on the road would be?
I would say the biggest challenge for me, at least, and I know probably for a lot of crew members or crew chiefs, is being away from home. I think that's probably definitely one of the hardest challenges that, you know, because you're doing 90 shows a year and not being home, you know, for multiple weekends at a time would be definitely difficult. I also think another challenge would be, you know, you got a job to do and you got to do it right constantly. You know, you can't leave anything loose at all, you know, tires, for the safety of the driver, but also you don't want to leave something loose and it fall off and that damages the car. So, like I said, you got to be pretty pristine with what you do, and you really got to concentrate and focus on what you're doing. And, you know, you can joke around a little bit, but it's pretty serious.
So I got to ask you, you know, do you think at some point in your life you maybe would want to be a World of Outlaw crew member, or just in general work to being a crew chief on a local level, you know, once you're done driving, or just being an asset, because you could really help out a team that's, you know, racing closer to home just on the weekends or in some way?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as much as I love racing, like, you know, being hands-on is definitely just how I work in general. So I could see myself eventually when I am done, you know, racing sprint cars or go-karts, to maybe, you know, be a crew chief or be a crew member, whether that's for just a few years on the World of Outlaw team and, you know, maybe either start my own team or, you know, do the World of Outlaw tour for a little bit and maybe just help someone local. I definitely want to just experience one full year of the World of Outlaw tour, like, you know, 90 plus shows a year. It's definitely going to be exhausting and tiring at some times, but just to experience all that and go to tracks that I've never been and go to states that I've also never been to, like, I think that'd be really cool. So, but I'm never getting out of racing. It's just kind of in my blood. It's what I've been doing my whole life. So whether that's working on a race car, driving our family car, or whatever it may be, I'll still be around racing.
So you've done 3 weekends now. Has there been like a standout moment or just something that was kind of cool that you'll remember?
Well, I think the thing that's been probably the highlight of this experience so far was probably the first night at Skagit. Tanner set quick time, which yes, he got an early pill draw, but at the same time, a lot of hard work went into that car, you know, for Tanner to do that, not only by me, but the crew chief, Bobby. There's a lot of people that, you know, helped out to get us to that, you know, quick time and the heat race win and the dash win. But that was probably definitely the highlight. You know, it's super cool. First time working on an Outlaw team, and the driver, you know, sets quick time, wins the dash and the heat race.
Now, it's great you say that. Of course, we wish we could have capped it off, but that was our best night together. And nights like that with the Outlaws don't come easy, and sometimes things fall into place, and sometimes it can be an uphill battle. So it's cool you got to experience that. Last question. Okay, every crew member rides something around. They have something to transport. So if you're on the Outlaw Tour for a whole year and you have any choice, quad, scooter, Burromax, bike, whatever it may be, what are you going to be riding around the pits and in between weeks to transport?
I've seen the most that I've ever seen is a moped. So the mopeds are handy for when, you know, you're going into downtowns, or you have to go down to the gas station, go get a bite to eat or somewhere. You know, those, you can license it, you can take it on the road. I think either a moped or a scooter, because a scooter you can take, you know, in the bike lane or something. My Burromax, it's super cool. I love that thing, but that is really honestly only meant for the racetrack. So if I only get one thing, it's going to be a moped or a scooter. Yeah,
something that you can ride around town is very handy.
Yeah.
All right, well, that caps off all the questions on being a World of Outlaw crew member. Now, where are we off to?
Eldora. Never been. Watched it on TV, multiple races. Watched the million there. But yeah, never been. Super excited to go. Watch some hopefully really good racing. I think you're gonna get a lot of cars. You know, you have the best going there, so should be a lot of fun.